All right, peace. Welcome back. For those who catch this, peace. Welcome. For those who catch this message. All right, I thought I'd just jump on here real quick because I had got a message from Spirit or a message from the 5D. Um, so I was watching this YouTuber, and I'm not gonna give no names because I ain't got time to entertain the 3D uh perspective of people, but it does give you the strength to uh, open up your mind and stuff like that. But um, I was watching the content and a message came to me because I was watching this person and they was just like talking about the 3D. They were talking about 3D bullshit, like you know, but want to change. You feel what I'm saying? Like we can't. Okay, because this is the thing about shifting into the new world and going through the Great Awakening. It's about moving forward. Okay. If something is toxic or old, you know what I'm saying? You don't, you know, you're not supposed to really look back unless you have the strength to deal with the reality that you came from. Okay. So I see this person really freaking out. They're saying that they did their work, they healed, but they're in a panic state. They're in a panic state as if they fear and they want to spread the message. But the message that you're giving out is fear. You don't like if you're ascending to the new world and you're really genuinely in the new world, you don't care because the new world does not live according to the old world. The new world is about more power, more enlightenment, eternal love, and eternal beliefs. It's a never ending, but this person is in fear, so they believe death to this and death to that, but they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel correctly, which means they are not in a in a high vibrational uh area in their life. They still see fear, they still feel pain. You see what I'm saying? In the new world, you won't feel or fear this, even though you may have a physical form. You won't be the old matrix. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't save people from the old matrix. You can't. That's not that's not gonna happen because people choose to stay there. So you leave them, and it just so happened the person that chooses to stay in the old matrix is 3D. They're 3D based mindset. I'm talking about the mindset. Okay, we're talking about mind and soul, not body. Um, because we listen, it's a multi-dimensional. We're in a multi-dimensional. Um, I can't even. I don't even. Just a multi-dimensional existence. You exist on multi-dimensionals. If you choose not to exist on a mentally on the 3D mindset, then you will not play along with the illusion. Okay, you will not play along with the illusion that they are the pushing the agendas that they are pushing. It don't matter what agenda, who's doing it, where it's coming from. If it doesn't suit your soul growth, you will not take to it. It will not take to you at the where you are today. So I try to tell her that you're in fear and you need to you're in fear, you're in panic mode. You need to like relax and you need to just chill because the thing about shifting into the new world is that you don't fear nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's a low vibration, bro. That's a low vibrational frequency. You should, even if it is your time to go, because nobody's eternal. So everybody has a day where they return back to the source. So when it's common sense, man. It's common sense. And we have a lot of people just not realizing that. It's in your face. It's in your face. It's just hidden from you because you got a veil over your eyes. Blame shifting everybody for this and that and this and that. It is you who see these things. It is you who have to take an action. And it is you who are responsible for your own actions. Your consciousness is going to tell you about yourself as well as punish you and reward you based off of your own reality. You see what I'm saying? So if you become a teacher, you teach these things. You teach your journey, okay, your experience. What you've seen and what you saw, because there are other people out there who experience the same thing, but they just don't know how to turn it into a teaching process. They just only know how to stay a student and not become a teacher. See what I'm saying? She's panicking. Matrix this, matrix that, you know? And I'm like, the vibration you're giving off is fear. She said, I did my work, I healed, I'm past that. No, you're not. No, you're not past it. You can tell. Because your 3D form is freaking out. You see what I'm saying? For you to be past something, over something, you got to get over it, not under. You're not over the fact of it. You're not over it. You're still stuck in the matrix, and you're still getting affected by the matrix illusion. You're still hurt by knowing that, the birds and bees and this and that and nature this and nature that is failing. Okay? In order for the new world to come in, the old world has to go. Do you understand? So there will be a lot of people lost. There will be a lot of people dying because they are not living according to divine. There is a divine, and then there is an AI. It is a difference. The divine is infinite, source of light, source of power of its own. It reproduces its own. AI need someone to guide it. Cell phone needs you to make a call. Okay? A robot needs you to control it. All right? It needs guidance. But natural organic AI, I mean, not AI, not natural organic souls know. Your intuition knows. So when you try, you fall intellectually, fall into a depression. And you reflect that in the physical. You're panicking, you're worried, you fear. Oh my God, it's just left and right. And I'm sitting here like, when are people going to start talking about what the new world look like? I did a video on that. Go check my playlist on what the new world look like. See, this person here is still looking, still believe that the grass is greener here in the old matrix. That matrix is coming to a halt. That matrix has been toxified. There is a new one being created. A new one where it doesn't go against the grain, it goes with it. And people who go against the grain will not be allowed. They will stay here. You got heaven and hell on earth. You got the heaven and hell of mindset. People say, well, I don't see no hellfire, or, well, I don't see no gods and this and that. You are a human having an experience. The heaven and hell is your mindset. If you're in fear, you worry, you hate, you envy, you jealous, you doubt, that's hell. Heaven is faith, understanding, beliefs, and all that good old wonderful stuff. But it's peace, unconditional love. Hell is conditional love, lust, all that shit. There is a world within worlds here where we stand today, but only you can change that based off of your mind's perspective of your outcome and what you do with it. I tried to help her. She wants to save this world. She wants to save the matrix, but want the matrix to end. She wants to save the matrix, but yet don't want to, you know, experience a new one. Of course, it's a repeated cycle. Out with the old, in with the new. Bad programs got to go. New downloads got to be in. Just like with the flesh, out with the old, in with the new. Cycle. So yes, there's going to be another matrix. Yes, there is already another matrix. It always has been. It's called heaven. But we've been living in a hell, a hell mind state. So when you say come into the new world, it's a new world for you when you're coming out of hell. Somebody tell you what the new world is about: order, excuse me, understanding this for the 3D because they still don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, peace and understanding out there. What I'm telling you is already here. You can tell. And that's how they're able to find people from the new world is when they come across you, because when they come across you, they have a choice. That's judgment day. When they come across, when a dark being in the lower state of mind come across a light being in a light of vibration, that is judgment day on both ends. Where you want to be, high or low. And one will say, "Nah, I'm good, guys. I'm good with being up there." And you keep it pushing. But if you don't want to vibe at a higher level anymore, you will consume, because misery loves company, you will consume the low vibrational frequency. And then you will go to a lower state of your mindset, which will put you in a hell state perspective where you see everything in red instead of seeing the positivity and the outcome at the end of the day. Hell is freezing over because a lot of people are leaving. They don't want to live like that no more. They don't want to live in suffering and they don't want to live in pain. But like I said, those who still holding on to the illusion of the matrix will get left behind. Your being is here, but your consciousness, your awareness, your mindset, your maturity, your responsibilities, all that has to be taken care of on a higher level. Low vibrational people are not that. They are irresponsible. They have no control of their bodies. They're reckless out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought I'd come on here real quick and talk about it. You know, the new world has peace in it. Come on now, peace and unconditional love, man. Like unconditional love. Who wouldn't want that? But if you somebody still vibing in that low vibration, you got to have your cheeks beat, and you got to be a fucking narcissist, and you got to be well, a full blown narcissist, but you got to be these kind of things and stuff. Then you are vibing at a low vibration. So go and play in hell, but you ain't taking me with you. Be mindful. Be mindful, because you know words can cast spells. Set yourself free where you don't need to. When somebody comes to you and say something, you don't even care. You be like, all right, I'll take what resonates and I'm gonna leave what don't. Don't shoot the message. Use your discernment. Just seeing that woman panic the way she did, I just knew she was just gonna fall right with the matrix. Because even though you are empath, like I did a video earlier, even though you are empath, you fall for it. You fall for it because you gotta remember when you're on a higher level, there's no negativity up there. There's no hate up there. So you would wanna save people. But sometimes you gotta learn how to save yourself. You loving you can overstand trying to love someone else to health. Do you understand? Or you understand? Save yourself. If you see somebody is not pulling forward, then you pull away. An empath can fall hard for somebody. Fall, okay? Descend to a lower level of their mindset, and it will feed right off of them every time. And then they'll be attacked left and right. And then they will have to find their way back up. The new world is peace. There is no hate. There is no jealousy. There is no lust. It's not about fucking all day. You know what I'm saying? The new world offers true unconditional love, all in divine timing. Okay, which means it will happen when it will happen in the right time. Don't force it. Patience, okay, and etc. The grass is greener on a higher side, not the lower. You will be alone, but that's just what it is physically for a little while. Because not everybody is on your level. Don't just see it as, oh, I'm gonna be alone and stuff like that. No, nobody, not that many people on your level. Just know that. There's only one on your level. Out of billions of people on this planet, there's only one. And if you continue to keep running into all these toxic people, friends and families and jobs and shit like that, you're going to be delayed. Your process. Nobody's to say, it's not to say that your destiny won't come. It's coming regardless because it's created that way. But what the problem is you got to stand still. Or at least enough to you point to you only moving according to your consciousness, your conscious, not by somebody else's, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody coming to manipulate you. Or I'm saying directly coming to your door or texting your phone or some shit like that. You know? This message is for you. This message is for you. The new world offers better. So much more. So much abundance. So much peace. So much love. And not that lustful love. It's that respect you love. It's that if they see you falling, they're gonna help you. And if they can't help you, then they're gonna tell you to help yourself. And you got to have enough strength to do it. In the higher realm, everybody helps each other. Okay? And a lower vibration is every man for himself. They're in survival mode. Up there, everybody's cool with each other. Everybody's peaceful with each other. Soul family meets up, and everybody's just vibing in a righteous way for eternity. Because nobody's up there lying, no cheating. People are actually committed to their relationships, their connections, their unconditional connections. People ain't out here false flagging relationships and shit. They ain't out here panicking and shit. They're just chilling. So the thing about the realm, right? They can't do much hectic things without it coming back to them in the lower realm. See what I'm saying? If you give off it, you get it back. If you give off unconditional love, guess what you'll get back? Unconditional love. Now, I know I've been going at it today with these channelings, but it's like, you know, it's that source of power. And this is my way of sharing my source of power to people. Knowledge is power. So that you can be powerful within yourself. So you have enough strength to reject the rejects that rejected themselves. It ain't the fact that I I met this guy, right? Not on a sexual note, but I was just going on about my day, and this dude just popped up out of the fucking nowhere. Can you do my hair? Can you do my hair? So I'm like, he's like, do you braid? Da da da. I was like, yeah, I do. You know, he was like, I was looking everywhere, nobody would let me, cause they knew what it was. But I was like, all right, me being an empath, I'm like, all right, I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? Dude had his daughter with him and all that. And I'm like, all right, I'll help you. I'll do your hair real quick. Da da da. It's like a half a head. You know what I'm saying? So I do it. You know. But in my gut saying to me, he's up to no good. You see what I'm saying? He's up to no good. Not that I'm looking for a relationship or nothing like that, because I know who my partner is. But um, it was just it's just the knowledge. It's like the game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here like my intuition is like, yo, don't trust this guy. He's just a messenger. Get your messages, but don't trust this guy that much. Just get the things you need done and go about your business. He ended up being helpful for like one or two things. Um, on a masculine note, for things that I couldn't do for myself, but not a physical thing. It's more like help with a car and stuff like that. But that was that. So this guy here was married, okay, going through issues with his partner. He was telling me all about it. So I was being a listener, and I was telling him, work on your connection, da, da, da. And he was just talking about how she withdraw sex from him and all that silly shit. So I'm sitting here talking about that's all you cared about when it came to your wife was just sex and shit like that. So I'm sitting here like, you're gonna divorce your wife because she stopped giving you some coochie? Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, there's more to the story. He's talking about he's been married 3 times, and as soon as somebody build him up, they ready to leave him and all. He was playing the victim child. He was playing the victim. And he was like, and we was cool. We were vibing for a little bit, talking about our issues and stuff like that. But that was what we were trying to do was break the ice. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, this motherfucker. Like, I'm so used to men just coming straight up forward to me and trying to talk to me, and I'm telling them no because I'm not interested. Da, da, da. This was a whole new level. Okay, this was a whole new level of game. You see what I'm saying? So I learned that. Um, so it's been like it's been like a month now, and I knew he was going to one day shoot his shot at me, right? I knew he was going to one day shoot his shot, and I was prepared to say no. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't know I was going to say no. Not that I was giving him any kind of I want to be with you vibes, but he was just giving me all kinds. He was just a fucking narc, okay? So I was sitting here like listening to what he had to say, bad mouthing his wife, you know, and I'm sitting here paying attention to all these red flags. See, now I was just power, just paying attention to all these red flags, all these red flags. Damn near testing myself. I was almost like a test from the universe, right? Um, these red flags, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, I'm woke. Fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got to go because, this is not a hobby. He tried to, like, I told him I was celibate from the beginning. Just when we was just talking, I was like, yeah, I'm celibate. I'm really focused on me and working on me. So I'm listening to him and the way he was throwing these little subliminal shots, like, you know, yeah, first he said in the beginning he was like, yeah, being celibate is good. It's good for you, good for your mental, work on you, da 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 da, because he claimed to be a spiritual guy, blah blah blah, right? Um, maybe a week later, he's always calling my phone and shit like that, talking about he coming over, just popping up and shit like that. I was like, what? Was like, wait a minute, motherfucker. Like in my head, I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on here? Like, who the fuck this guy think he is, just popping up at my house and shit like this, right? Well, I don't know this motherfucker, right? So I'm like, I hope he ain't gonna try to holler at me because I really don't. I really hate rejecting people. But I'll tell you, once you get me to that point where I got to, when I know that I'm gonna have to reject you, I'm not gonna reject you in a nice motherfucking way. Because in my mind, I was already being nice enough to give you give you signs like, no, I'm celibate. No, because you know what I'm saying? He talking about my wife ain't giving me no coochie. I said, well, that's too bad because, I stopped fucking a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Oh, for real though, I was celibate. Well, I am celibate. I am celibate, and I'm like, I'm like done with all this shit. Like, in my, I was like, So he was like, well, you don't, this is a couple days later. Well, you don't want to be too celibate. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be too godly. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be too righteous. I'm like, wait a minute, nigga. I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean? So I was like, wait a minute. So we went from, yeah, he went from having respect to slowly disrespecting me little by little by trying to get me to break my boundaries down. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at this motherfucker and I'm sitting here like, yo, is he really trying in my head? I'm like, this motherfucker really trying to break my boundaries, my walls down and my boundaries and shit, trying to cross boundaries, right? And I'm like, this is the matrix for you. I'm so like, this is why it's important to do your work because they could come in like a serpent. Or how they will say a thief in the night, man. They will come in and they will use the weakest lines ever. They went from, hey mom, what's up, how you doing, all the way to, can you do my hair? And this and that and that, right? Or they would use what they think that like is a conversation or start. That shit is whack. But that's why people don't talk. That's why people don't like to talk to each other no more. Cause people, it's nothing like people can say out their mouth without having a hidden agenda. That shit crazy. So I kind of knew from off rip that he had a hidden agenda. You know what I'm saying? So then he tried to break the ice, like, yeah, people think that I'm, people take advantage of me. He tried to play the victim at, people take advantage of me, and when I help them out, they take advantage of me. Oh, like this motherfucker here, right? And part of me, I'm like, oh, that's too bad. So I started pushing away from him, right? Started pushing away from him, and he went harder. So it's like the more I was like slowly getting away from him, like not even answering his phone calls or stuff like that, just doing his fucking hair, y'all. This crazy. Um, Slowly stepping back, he started going harder. Then he come in there, oh, I'm getting a divorce. Oh, I'm getting a divorce and all this other stuff. I'm like, listen, whoa, that ain't got shit to do with me. My shit stands. I'm still on my own spiritual journey. I'm still focused on me. I'm still celibate and I'm still working on myself. So then he tried to pull that whole gaslighting shit on me and all this shit. I'm like, really? You doing like a manipulator, doing all this shit when all you could have said from the beginning is that I find you attractive. Do I have a chance? You see what I'm saying? Now I already told him from rip, so I don't want y'all to be like, well, if you would have just told him from rip, I did. I told him I was celibate and I'm not dating. You know what I'm saying? So he was just trying to manipulate the whole situation and try to get me to break down my boundaries, and I wasn't having it. You see what I'm saying? So I let it be known, like, yo, this is the last time. Like, this was all after. Like, he really came he came, pulled up at the door and everything. And I'm like, being all charming and shit. I'm getting a divorce. I said, well, all right, well, that's, good for you. Make sure you have yourself a good time finding your next partner. You know, I'm not interested. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh yeah, I was about to come over to your house. Like, cause what I tried to do, this is what I had to do, because he was like, what did he do? He was like, he wanted me to do his hair. So he know I told him before, don't come to my house late at night. You see what I'm saying? To get your hair done. You know what I'm saying? Like late at night means like after 6 o'clock or later. Okay, don't come to my house 6 o'clock or later. You see what I'm saying? If you work that day, come on the day you're not working. You feel what I'm saying? So I already told him, not once but twice. He tried to get me to take back what I said I was gonna do. Like, don't, I'm not doing your hair after 6 o'clock. Don't ever come here after 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So he tried me that day. He was like, he hit me up early that day, and he was like, "Oh, I'm about to come over there." He was like around. It was like around 2ish, 2 o'clock, right? I'm like 2 o'clock, right? And I'm like, all right, well, cool. He called me early, so all right, you can come, and that's fine. I'm thinking he's gonna be here, you know, within an hour or two. Okay, this motherfucker showed up hours later. Okay, tell me I'm here now. You know, the first time he tried that on me, tried to get me to do his hair. He called me and he was like, yeah, can I come over? It was like 5ish in the afternoon, and I was like, it's late. You know, it's late. Um, no, the first time was he called me in earlier afternoon, and then called me. It was like 5 something, and I was like, no, it's late, right? He was like, I'll call you when I get back in town, whatever, whatever. By the time this motherfucker called me, it was like 9 o'clock at night. The hours I told him, do not call or call, don't call me or try to come over to my fucking house at that time, right? I was like, this motherfucker tried me. He really did. He really tried to get me to go against what the fuck I said I wasn't gonna do. You know. So I watched this. I said, that's red flag number 16, motherfucker. Red flag. I was like, listen, this is it. Fuck this. I don't need no friends. I don't need you. I don't need none of this shit. Fuck. Go find another motherfucker to manipulate. Cause I see the game. I saw the game. And he sat in my chair while I was doing his hair. He was like, "You're very masculine. You're feminine, but you're feminine, but you masculine." I said, "Well, if you paid attention to what the fuck I said in the beginning, I already told you I had met the one that I was supposed to be with, and it's him within me." You see what I'm saying? So my masculine side is not tolerating that bullshit. My masculine side know the game. So he's gonna shine through me. You see what I'm saying? The masculine side of myself is gonna shine through and defend me. You see what I'm saying? Or what they would say, God would come through me and defend me, and that's what the fuck happened. So that's that story. All right. But knowledge is power, and it'll be enough to. I had to like it was just a test, and I pretty much passed the test because I came out on top. If you came out on top and you won, out outsmarting the devil, then you can. Like that motherfucker came like an angel. Oh, I'm an angel. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh shit. So that's why I like being alone because there's so many damn devils. Red flag number one was that you talking about your fucking wife. Red flag number two was that you was married 3 times. Red flag number it was just so many different red flags that I just was like he was just bashing his women and I'm like, listen, whoever you gonna date next, you gonna bash them out. You know what I'm saying? Like typical narcissist, gaslighting, whatever, whatever. I'm saying, yeah, this motherfucker's a narcissist. So I'm like, all right, this is not a fucking like he really came like he was spiritual, every fucking thing. Like he was knowledge of self, all that. He was a bone. Like my spirit did not like this motherfucker. It's a difference. So when you finally, like I said, when you really meet the one, like when you really meet the one, oh my god, like there's no other. They could come, y'all play basketball, y'all could play basketball, but both of y'all could like basketball, that still won't make them the one. Both of y'all could smoke cigarettes, both of y'all could like fucking, and both of y'all could like conversations, and both of y'all could like this and that, but it don't make you the one. And this is how a lot of false twin flames fall into the shit. Like the nigga said he was married 3 times, you know? 3 times, and he was only 45 years old, 45 years, 45, 46 years old. I'm like, wait a minute. I said, this is a testing universe. I'm not about to fall for this. Get your ass out of here. Get your goofy ass. You know what I'm saying? I was just over it, y'all. I was just over it. I said, this is exactly why I don't date. Because instead of him just coming out and saying, hey, I find you very attractive and I like your energy and da 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 da, can we date? And got rejected off rip. He wanted to break my walls down and try to get me to reject his ass on a nicer note or say yes. I said, get your ass the fuck up out of my house, devil. You see what I'm saying? I was like, man, listen, I don't know, man. But anyway, I'm not gonna keep this live up. Or maybe I would. I don't know. This was not planned, but it is what it is. So if you go out there, like I said, if you go out there and you're meeting and you're socializing, because there's so many social maniacs out there, people just got to be around people, just got to talk. They don't really care what mask you have on. They don't really care who you really are. They would actually conversate with you just to steal your power and haul ass. All right, be strong, y'all. If you're looking for something genuine, you got to be stronger than that. That shit was funny to me. I'm like, this motherfucker really, like, just the moment I told him, yeah, I'll do your hair, it was over for me. Like, it was down in his mind. It was cha-ching. You see what I'm saying? But in my mind, it was like, all right, I'm just helping you out, so you ain't gotta be out here looking crazy. But he won't be getting his fucking hair done by me no more. That'd be a wrap. So that's that on that note. But anyway, the new world is being able to see that shit before you put 7 years or 8 years or 10 years into some toxic shit that started off as false. He was going hard. It was like he was going hard, y'all. He was like, and we were just like just friends, you know what I'm saying, or just like hairdresser to a client, type shit. You need something to eat? Oh, I'm about to go over to the store. You want me to get you something? Oh, but he was just neat. He was just and the universe, it works in, or spirit, God, Most High, works in funny ways. Anything that he tried to do, the universe already had something in plan. Like he tried to help me with my vehicle, but it was to the point where it was like she didn't need you because I ended up buying another fucking car before because his goal was to try to help me move, get my car faster. But I ended up buying another fucking car before I even got my other car back. So it's like, come on, like this shit is whack. Like I said, I'm just so happy I'm over this shit. I said, I'm just so happy that I'm over this dating scene shit or this giving a fuck about people shit. And Cause it definitely is a peaceful lifestyle once you see these motherfuckers take his man started slipping. Like I was noticing little shit. Like I was noticing a lot of red flags. So I'm like, you got to go. You got to go, buddy. Fuck all of this. You know. So that's that. So just be careful out there. In the new world, like I said, it's these devils is thirsty. Right? They thrive and they go harder and they're going harder and they're getting desperate. Okay, once that light starts to be taken from them, people are taking these people's power away. And see, that's what I think about this woman. She was giving too much of her light away, but she doesn't realize that the new word is coming in. It's just the fact that they're getting thirstier and thirstier. They feed off of us. All right. So they're gonna do that. They're gonna come up to you in a nice way, faster, marry you, and do this and do that, and everything that you, and just to get your power. Okay. They're gonna do that because they're getting desperate. They're getting desperate. All right. So y'all just protect y'all energy. Just protect y'all energy, man. They coming, man. They out here. They even try me, man. They even try me. But I got my masculine. I got my God with me. I'm good. I'm good. You got to be balanced within self, because if you balance within self, like they feed off of people that's not balanced. Okay, like I talked about that in my video. Go check out my playlist, overstanding the ego. So so y'all can get this knowledge. They out here, man. They these leechers and all this shit. They out here. Okay, they out here empaths. Stay humble to yourself. Stay unconditional and love yourself. Everything you need is inside you, and what's inside, or will manifest on the outside if you pure of heart. So stay pure of heart. Don't go out there and let these motherfuckers toxify you. Man, they will come in. Excuse me, you got a pen, okay, and start a whole fucking conversation. Excuse me, can I use your phone to make a phone call? No, no. Go to the restaurant and use their phone. You feel what I'm saying? Like y'all got to get strong, because they getting. I wouldn't say they're getting smarter, but they're getting slicker and slicker. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, listen. Eh, oh man, I'm just so grateful. I'm just so grateful. You gotta be grateful that you. Oh God, knowledge is power. I swear to God. Thank you, Most High. Thank you, because he was really nice. Like I was like, oh, he's a cool cat. I really was gonna let my guard down, not on a relationship level, but on a level of friendship. But I know, doing my studies and studying narcissism and all that shit, I know that they can feed off you as just a friend too. You see what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. I said this motherfucker tried it. Well, I tested him. I was like, yeah. I said, what did I say? I said to him, I said, what? What did I say? I said, he was just talking about what he was looking for, right? He showed me this girl off some dating site and shit. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh well, you don't want nobody too fast. He's like, yeah, I don't want nobody too fast. I said, but yeah, I said to him, I said, I said, but you don't want to jump into no relationship too fast either. He's like, nah, I don't want to jump in no relationship too fast. And then I said to him, right, well, I don't want no, I'm looking for what I'm looking for in my life as a husband. He was like, yeah, you're wifey type. I can marry you. Get the fuck out of here. Get out. That's what the fuck I said. Get the hell out of here. Damn fool. Get out of here. So I'm like, oh man, that motherfucking leecher just came into my life like real fast and got out of here quick too, cause I ain't investing no more time in damn leechers. But all right, y'all stay peaceful, stay humble, stay righteous, stay loyal to yourself. Stay out here, protect yourself, man. Protect your light. Peace.